discussion here in the media room. 3 of those flopping technicals being called in the last 2 games. Haven't seen any of those previous to that.
I'm
Is there
glad.
some
I'm
sort
glad
of
I got
mandate?
one in my favor.
Some sort of mandate from the ACC?
I haven't heard anything
No?
about it. If our 2 were flops at Clemson, all right. I don't. We haven't had one called all year. I get 2 in the same game, about 3 minutes apart. My gosh, what are we doing? So nothing came across my desk. Brian Kersey, who's excellent, hasn't said anything to me. I was watching the play tonight. I think that was Roach. I think I'm not. I don't know. I really don't know, Paul.
David.
Mike, the young man from Clover, South
Yes,
Carolina.
he did. The sprawling metropolis of Clover, South Carolina. He's having a very good freshman year, David. His play over the last 3, he's graduated to, an elevated class status. He's not playing like a freshman. He shot out of a action tonight, which in a critical spot. We had something on for Padula, but he's got it. He's seen a lot of plays now. We're 21 games or whatever we are. Getting that foul shot down to take it to 3, the floater in the lane, the 3 in front of our bench in the second half, and I've got him guarding Mark Mitchell. Good luck to you at 6'4", and he fought his tail off and did a great job for our team. Awfully proud of him.
Mike, after 7 straight losses, what was kind of the sense of joy in that locker room?
Thanks for the reminder, Mark. You got it. You got it, man. Keep it. Keep. Say it again. I'm sorry.
After all those losses, what was the sense of joy in the locker room after the game there?
One more time.
The sense of joy in the locker room in the game after finally getting that W.
Yeah. Great deal. They earned it. We played well enough to win. We played a good ball game at Virginia, but nice to fruits of your labor be recognized and rewarded. Big E.
Coach, could you speak on the spacing that you had with the bigs there in the first half?
Say it again. I'm sorry.
The spacing you had.
My hearing's.
There with Lincoln.
Yeah.
And Mutts and even Poteet when he was in the game as well.
We're kind of throwing things against the wall in hopes that we find something that we can get our teeth in, and that can sometimes be difficult with their ability to switch. They don't want to switch with Young and Lively. They will with Lively some. They want to keep a man-on-man, and with their length, and those are really good basketball players. We score 78 in here. Made 10 threes. Hunter Couture looked like Hunter Couture again. He's been good. He was good at UVA. I can't play without him, fellas. Padula had his best game by far in quite some time. He's a floor general. He had one bad shot in transition, but he played a good basketball game for us. Basili was terrific. Maybe his best. Was awfully good in here against Dayton. He's having a good year for us, but he belonged on that floor and asserted himself, was aggressive, took him into the post a couple of times and bang, and got to the charge circle and got up over his left shoulder and made got a couple down. He was really good. Very proud of Grant.
To follow up on that, to shoot so well tonight, did you hit on something with their defense, or was that shot selection, or what do you make of that?
I'm not real sure how to answer that, Mark. We looked awfully comfortable. Good Lord, we're down 7-0. We had a good rhythm. Padula got a bomb down in front of Duke's bench there during that stretch. The ball had energy. Our spacing was quite good. Playing the game the way the thing's supposed to be played. We haven't done that very well here over the last little bit.
Mike, you did play well against Virginia. You had some stretches against Clemson that were really good. But what does it say about the group that they didn't kind of get frustrated?
Well, you older people understand that there will be some adversity. You'd be in that category, so would I. there will be some adversity in your life, and this bunch continue to work. All right, they ain't point fingers. Young people can tend to separate. They want to rid themselves of. It's awful. It's terrible.
Careful.
It's terrible. I mean, it's brutal for everybody. But they stuck in there together, continue to practice well. You know, doggone, we're up to Saturday, and Hunter Tyson hits a big shot. Good to win, Mike. Good to win. Proud of my team. Really am.
You've been through this multiple times at this point in your career.
I have been over 21 years.
Is it any easier for you to think like, okay, I know we'll come out the other
No,
side?
no, it's not. It's terrible. It's brutal. And just feel for your team. You want something, but the game owes you not a damn thing. All right, you got to suck it up and hang in there, and find ways to get out. Now, played a good ball game against a good Duke team. Let's have a good week of practice. Let's win tomorrow. Let's win Wednesday, and begin our preparations for the Qs.
Hey, Mike, in previous post-game press conferences, at the top of your list of things to improve on, you would mention Grant Basile. Can you talk about his night tonight and how crucial he was in the victory?
He's coming on. He's coming on. I don't know. He's 20. He's old. I'm not sure he's the best person. He's a wonderful young man, and he's had his moments, but he can step back. He can back away from the action, and you can't do that. But as I said earlier, he was aggressive. He was assertive. He was really good. He was really good. 24 points against that bunch, against that front line is awfully impressive.
Not only did Collins give you 6 points off the bench, he got you 5 rebounds, and there was a loose ball rebound underneath your basket in the second half, right in front of your bench, that leads to a Basile bucket in the paint that I think puts you back in the lead. Just the little things that he's doing lately.
Couldn't agree more, David.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, just are they what are earning him?
Yeah, hell yeah,
your
heck yeah,
trust?
yes sir, yes sir. I've said before, you guys have heard me. A lot of times, young people think to impress coaches, I've got to score, all right, and talk about it every day. Hustle plays, 50-50 balls, rebounding, guarding your yard, guarding your man, helping a teammate do his job, and he's always embraced that. They had 9 offensive rebounds. That was their third lowest total on the year for the team that came in here, the third best rebounding team nationally behind Kentucky and Tennessee. Houston is 4. On the other side of that, Filipowski had made 4 threes in 8-9 league games. And he touches me up for 4 tonight. That's great coaching. That's living right, man. Living right. Anybody else? David.
Mike, that 5 of Hunter, Sean, MJ, Lynn, and Grant. It's like you couldn't put Justin back in the game. They were operating so well.
Well, he had 4 fouls. He had 3. And I was trying to get him to under 12, and I got him to under 12. We're playing pretty well. And Grant was doing a pretty good job on Filipowski. Now, can I get him to 9? I'm not going to go to the under 8. And he picked up 4. I forget what exactly I did. But Lynn was good again tonight, David. We are developing some depth here. I just thought MJ Collins was going so well. He gobbled up a number of minutes that Darius Maddox gets, but that Darius Maddox will always be in the mix as long as I'm here. We'll figure that part of it out.
Coach, just 55 points from Basile, Padula, and Couture, with the guards playing that well tonight, and also Basile hitting every shot. What does that really say about the ceiling of this offense?
Well, it's and that ceiling was bearing down on my head there a couple days ago. We haven't been great, but we've got a dynamic. We've got a really good offensive team. We were awesome defensively at Clemson, and we sputtered. It's really odd. I don't recall. Clemson starts 4 post players. Now, that is because of injury. Maybe John is, well, I don't know. It's not my problem. Mark Mitchell's a man. Filipowski is a dude. And, of course, Ryan Young and Lively. So I just felt like we had to counter that. Now, we went to the guard with MJ on Mark Mitchell, and John countered that with 3 guards, which, stuff going, there's a lot of things flying around.
Last question to Tim.
Mike, you take out Justin Mutz with 12:04 to go in the second half.
When did he come back in, Tim?
4:46, you brought him back in.
He sat that
He sat
entire
8
time.
minutes. You guys were down 4 when he went out, up 5 when he came back
I'll be
in.
damned.
What does that say about your team, and especially Lynn Kidd, who I think played that
Yeah.
whole stretch for him?
I wasn't sure we could do it. Justin means that much to us, but hats off to Lynn and Grant. I thought we had just enough pressure on the ball when they put it in the post. We trapped him a couple of times in the second half. I thought that was good for us, but a real feather in those 2 kids' hat. They got us home. They got us home, and by and large. So, fun to see. A lot of fun to see. Safe travels, everyone. Good to see everybody. Anthony, good to see you, buddy.
That was a tough loss for us. That was a hard-fought game, and I thought Virginia Tech was as good as they've been. They were ready to go. The way they shot the ball in the first half, you have to tip your cap to them. I thought our guys really competed, really battled, put ourselves in a position to win that game, coming back down from 13. And, really at halftime, just for us to dig down, get some stops, and trust the pass, work together. I thought we had some beautiful connecting passes. But ultimately just one play short. And you can point to a few plays, but they made one more play than us. That's how it can be on the road. Credit them. It was an important game for them. It's an important game for us. But anyway, really hate it for our guys. We'll learn from it, keep growing, and long way to go. But happy to answer any questions, talk about anything from the game.
Coach Grant Basile for them, very physical in the second half, kind of going at your bigs. What challenges did he present?
Well, I think it started with them, the threat that they have, to shoot the ball from beyond the 3. They haven't shot the ball well. And tonight they come out, they're 7 of 10 in the first half, so you have to adjust. And, we end up switching probably a little bit more than we would have liked to, and he took advantage of those switches. But he's a really good player. They can put 5 guys on the floor that can handle, pass, shoot. And he had one of those games, so credit to him on that.
John, that last possession you guys had where Tyrese ended up getting the open 3 and missed it. What were you looking at on that play? How did the guys execute it? How did you feel it, except for the miss, how did it work out?
Yeah, look, he had a great look from the wing, and that wasn't even necessarily the play. We wanted the ball in Flip's hands. Good things happen. Really, almost every time he touched it, we got either a wide open shot or he got, a great look himself. And, he made a read, made a really good pass to Tyrese. They happened to get caught up, on the initial action, and we'll take that any day of the week. Tyrese is wide open, and, it hits back rim. It's right there. And sometimes it goes in, sometimes it doesn't. But we were looking to put the ball in Flip's hands.
John, Flip mentioned about getting banged around and getting hit in the throat there after they scored to go up, that he needed to grow up. Is there something you can elaborate on with that, or with where he's coming from?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what he meant, but I can tell you on that play, he got hit so hard that he was throwing up in the huddle. Like he was, full out throwing up, and he wasn't about to be out for a second. Like he was ready to come back in, and we ended up drawing up the play and put the ball in his hands, and we missed the shot. But that's what happened right before, and he's a big time warrior, man. He's a competitor. He hates to lose. Thought you could see that tonight. You know, he really put us on his back and, you know, willed us to put us in position to win that game.
John, were there certain things you were hoping to do better on defense today against Tech that wasn't able to happen?
Yeah, well, they have they're a tough team to play, period, but especially on a one-day turnaround. They have so many actions they run. They cut so hard. They screen hard. And then Couture, you know, you don't have a lot of film on him to show our guys. I mean, we know him well. He had 7 threes against us in the ACC championship last year, but, you know, he's a big-time player. He changes their team in a huge way because of his threat. The way he moves without the ball, it puts a lot of pressure on your defense, but too many times we got caught without talking. You know, you have to talk really well, you know, on switches when they screen and they get all these zoom actions. But thought in the second half, we really dug down, held them to 33 points, and did a better job. And they still, when they shot almost 50 from the field, they had one of those nights. They just made a lot of shots too.
And then on speaking of Couture, on the inbounds pass they stole, what did you draw up for that last play?
Yeah, I want to go down the court, and you know, it was we have to execute that better and give Filipowski a chance. But he made a heads-up play, read it, and you know, that's what he does.
Coach, what was the message at halftime, and how do you think you guys responded first 5-6 minutes of the second half?
I mean, for me, just looking at the game, you know, we're down 7, and they shoot, you know, 70% from 3. They hardly missed any shots. It's a 7-point game. So I was very calm at halftime, and just matter of fact, if we just can string together some stops, we can score against them. And I thought we came out in a very competitive way, played great together at the start of the second half, and just like that, it was a game again. So for me, it was just about getting stops and also recognizing they made basically every shot. So you know, you have to tip your cap, and we did some things to help them make shots, but they also made some big-time plays as well.
John, what's the extent of Whitehead's injury?
Sorry, what did you say, Steve?
Whitehead's injury, what's the extent?
I haven't even talked to our medical team yet. He felt something as he was jumping there. I need to get some clarity. I don't know timetable. I don't know what we'll do other than get him back, evaluate him, and go from there.
Final questions for Coach?
All right, thank you.